Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mike Green is a Baltimore Raven. Because with the 59th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, your Baltimore Ravens selected who I believe is the second best edge rusher in the entire class. Of course, I'm speaking about Mike Green out of Marshall. Welcome into the show, everybody. I am your host, Joey Petersen. If you've been watching at all for the last 3 months, you've heard me say this name, I don't know, a billion times. I'm really excited to break this one down. We're going to do that in just a second, though. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Subscribe today because we're going to be here every day, every round, every pick. You've got it right here on the Ravens Rundown. Alrighty, so if you haven't joined us yet, there is not a better time than right now. Lock us in. Hit that subscribe button because if you love the NFL Draft, you love the Baltimore Ravens, there's not a better place to be than right here on the Ravens Rundown. I start with a tweet, and it is my own from yesterday. You can see it right down there at the date. I said, finalized rankings for the Ravens. So happy I'd explode was at the top of the list, and you can see who I've got right there. That is Mike Green. Also mentioned Jahdae Barron, Tedero McMillan, and then still happy, Malaki Starks. So it's been a pretty good draft for you, boy, because I'm about to explode because I'm so happy with this selection and the player that you're getting in Mike Green. Let's talk a little bit more about him. He's 6'3", 251 pounds, and none of those are typos right there. He did have 81 tackles. He did have 23 tackles for loss, 17 sacks, and he also just had 60 pressures as well added on to that number. Let's go a little bit deeper, though. Such impressive athleticism and even better production in 2024. A plus athlete with the ability to bend and dip, but I also think he has a really strong and underrated ability to bull rush. You saw it against Josh Connolly Jr. in the Senior Bowl. And then some cons. There are some questions about how he'll hold up against the run in the National Football League, but you can see it right there on Tom Downey's rankings. Our NFL draft expert right here at Chat Sports, the number 2 overall edge and the 11th overall prospect of the draft. The Baltimore Ravens just got him at 59. Now, there is a reason for that. And I do have to talk about it. I do have to address that. And we do have to have this discussion. The reason that Mike Green has fallen this far down, it's not because we like to think that Eric DeCosta is a genius, even though I think he's had a really good draft so far. Talking about the players. It's because there are a little bit of sexual assault allegations. And that's why I'm kind of a little bit surprised for this pick with Baltimore just in general, because of everything that's going on with Justin Tucker. Now, Mike Green has been upfront about them. He talked about them even at the scouting combine, dating all the way back to high school and even his first year at Virginia. Then he got kicked off of the football team, went to a small school, then transferred to Marshall, and the rest is history. Now he's a Baltimore Raven. And so I will say, as much as I do love the player, the selection was a little bit surprising to me just because of what Baltimore is already going on with inside that facility. And I think they're a little bit more serious than originally anticipated because he fell all the way to 59. When he wasn't a first-round pick last night, and none of this is based on any kind of factual evidence I have. This is all just my own speculation. But because he wasn't a first-round pick last night, it kind of leads me to believe that they might possibly be a little bit more serious than we thought. But regardless, you got the second best edge rusher in the class. And I've said this a ton already. Abdul Carter has a much higher floor, but I think there's a possibility and there's a world where Mike Green's ceiling is even higher than Abdul Carter's is. Grade the pick for me in the comment section down below. A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and fill in your answer. Get out those red pens. Play teacher for me and get in the comment section. Let's look at the stats once again because they are just absolutely eye-popping. 81 tackles in 13 games played, 23 tackles for loss, 17 sacks, 59 pressures. And I'm not the only one that's incredibly high on a guy like Mike Green. So is the Athletics' Dane Brugler, saying Green is a twitchy athlete with a burst and body control to win one-on-one as a pass rusher and set a violent edge in the run game. As long as his character checks out, he is one of the top pass rush prospects of this draft class with the disruptive ability to be an NFL starter. And that's the big question mark, right? Is that character going to check out? And I think as of right now, Baltimore feels like they've done their homework enough to make it check out. Jeff Zrebiec tweeted this out when Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh addressed the media a couple weeks before the NFL draft. They said that they've taken 15 players off their boards because of red flags. Obviously, Mike Green was not one of them. Obviously, Mike Green is the selection in the second round. But let's talk about how he's going to fit, because I think he's going to fit like a glove for Baltimore. I've said this a million times. Alrighty? This team didn't struggle getting to the quarterback. That was obvious. You know it. I know it. We all got to see it. What this team struggled with was pressuring the quarterback consistently. They were great at bringing him down to the ground and sacking him. But if they weren't sacking him, he had all day to throw. That's going to change now with the presence of Mike Green. And I think Mike Green's a little bit like James Pierce Jr. in a sense with the character issues. Because I think if he goes to a place like Cleveland, Jacksonville, New York Jets, someplace that doesn't have a phenomenal culture, then I think his career could take possibly a different turn. But the fact that he's going to a place in Baltimore with a winning culture that is won consistently, I think this is going to be a really good move, not only for Mike Green the player, but Mike Green the person as well. Before we talk a little bit more about the new selection, make sure that you guys are going out and checking out our awesome sponsor of today's video, and that is, of course, our great friends at House of Atlas, because today's show is sponsored by House of Atlas. And after years of rocking facial hair, I've switched to the clean-shaven look, and I wanted to find a razor that matched my lifestyle. The existing brands out there really haven't innovated in years, and I was excited to see the new brand the news brand Atlas on the market. The razor comes from the creators of the brand Athena Club, which is a leading women's razor brand. My wife loves it. And they really know what they're doing flat out. The blade head has 5 U.S.-made stainless steel blades that glide right through my facial hair and is a high-performance serum strip that's infused with ingredients like aloe, vitamin E, and shea butter, which reduces irritation and helps prevent ingrowns. Right now, I am hanging out with one of my favorite House of Atlas products, and this is their Precision Shave Cream. It moisturizes as well. It smells phenomenal. It helps the shave be even cleaner than it already would. Helps prevent bumps, irritation, and what it does, honestly, is it just lifts the hair for a closer and cleaner shave. House of Atlas is my go-to brand. I've tried so many over the years after my wife told me, you know what, Joey, I kind of like you better without the scruff. And I stopped trying once I found House of Atlas. So now for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit and the before and after set, which includes the Precision Shave Cream and Calming Aftershave. Use code CHAT at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code CHAT for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you will love it just as much as I did. All right, let's keep talking a little bit more about Mike Green, shall we? What I love about Mike Green is he's just so dang athletic, right? I mean, he's like so twitchy. He's like a squirrel in a rave. This dude is just unbelievable. He can win in so many different ways as well. He can win by just straight up being faster than you. He could win by the bull rush. He could win by bending around you. He's got some awesome pass rush moves in his arsenal as well. And the biggest question mark with Mike Green going into this draft was, how's he going to hold up against Power 4 competition? Right? He's been playing at Marshall. He's been in the Sun Belt. How about when he goes up against, D1, SEC, Big Ten opponents? Talked about it already, but he just flat out ran over Josh Connolly Jr., who was a first-round pick last night to the Washington Commanders. So I've got a lot of faith in this dude and what he's going to be able to do at the next level in the purple and gold and with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be it for today's show. I still can't believe it. This was my number one draft prospect, and you just got him in the second round. Mike Green, you're a Baltimore Raven, and hopefully you guys are now all subscribed to the Ravens Rundown. If you're not, go ahead, hit that sub button.